It's a bit of a maze down here, and I'm wondering if I should do something about that. And even if I do, I can make like a wider corridors, but how do I establish the direction? Not sure. Because without landmarks, how would we like establish a navigation system down here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Back on my old world, there'd be like a center point, and then there'd be diagonals. So the diagonals would point towards the center. If you imagine like the Union Jack, the British flag, like you have a grid. Like if you have a square grid, then every square looks the same, right? But you put a diagonal in it. Then once you hit the diagonal, you know which way is the center because it points like you make little arrows pointing away from the center, right? Um, I can do that trick again. Some sort of navigation system that points towards the center. Except the staircase is not at the center though. But then like what is the center anyway? Maybe I should put that on the list of things to do. Like establish a whole cavern system down here. Things to do. I have done the colored lights experimentation. I'm doing the expand beacon coverage. Beacon level navigation. How to navigate in a cave, right? One, two. Three, four. Oh, I'm full on stuff. Uh, oh, I haven't done the shaft yet. Okay, let's do the shaft. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like, how do I even get back to go to the next one? And then there'll be a... Well, not there. The side path. Nope, not here. There's a side path here. Yeah, no, I need a better navigation system down here. And then we get to the stairwell. Would we center the navigation system on the stairwell? Maybe. So the diagonals would go out from the stairwell. And then the grid would just be a wider tunnel. Look at these guys floating around. There should be 9 of them in... No, there should be 10 of them in total. One of them is over there. Oh, what's going on? Where is it? There he is. There's 10th one. So when they're by themselves, they just float around randomly. That's interesting. They're not trying to attack me anymore. Remember last week? Oh, there he is. So once he sees you... No, he doesn't. Hey, this is different from... Asylum says nothing like a rainy night city walk. Yeah. The AI is different. It's floating by itself now. Last week, it was following us. Maybe that's unintended. When it grows up, maybe the first time it grows up, it doesn't have the right AI. Okay, so from here we need to go down. There's a chicken in there. That's gonna be interesting. Because the chicken's gonna follow me all the way down to the bottom. Unless it gets out now. Alright, good, get out. And take your egg. Down here. We don't... Do we need torches? On the way down. I do, right? Because I can't see anything. Change that to stone. And we're gonna pick up more torches. Oh, I should have put that back. So still thinking about the underground navigation system. Maybe at the stairwell, at that level, we have a special level there. Like have a cloister? Don't know if it's called a cloister when it's underground. But have like a walkway around the stairwell at that level. And then from there, moderately sized corridors going out in the 8 cardinal directions. Maybe. And then on top of that, or like intersecting that, a second grid where the beacons are. So there's like 2 overlapping grids. I don't know if that's necessary though. Or rather, not 2 overlapping grids, but rather 1 grid and then the main roads, so to speak, in the 8 cardinal directions from the stairwell underground. Maybe it's kind of strange because the 2 patterns are offset from each other. They're not on top of each other. They're not lined up. The issue is that the directions have, like, it'll look the same whether you're going in or out, right? From the stairwell. I'm just talking to myself. None of this makes sense. So like you have a tunnel going straight. How do you know which way is the center, right? You need to mark a direction somehow. I guess if you have like a floor pattern that forms an arrow, then you would like you need some sort of marker, some sort of signifier to tell you which way you're going when you're underground, because there's no landmarks underground, you can't see very far. You don't know where you're going. So like the paving on the floor would have a direction on it. Asylum says going towards the center could be color coded. I think it has to be a shape. Because the color... Well, I mean, yeah. But the color would also kind of be a shape. Like imagine you have 2 blocks, right? Like red and green. Like green is going I don't know, going out, red is going in, or the other way around. And so then when you see the two things side by side, you know, okay, the green side is going back and then red is going out. But it's kind of like a shape, even though you're using colors. Because you need to signify a direction, right? Like an arrow would be easiest to read, because everybody understands what arrows mean. Colors could also work. Maybe like a lighter or darker. Maybe lighter is towards home and then darker is going out. That could also make sense. So every so often you have the two things side by side. The two colors. Or alternatively, we could use materials. Because the main base, there's a certain material that I use all the time, right? I use this stuff, chorus, pauper, I mean. So I use pauper all the time. So you can use materials to represent a place. In fact, there are like subway maps. Subway maps are very interesting. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I need. A subway map kind of idea. Like the London Underground or the New York subway maps. There's a certain language to subway maps, right? Like each line is a different color. And then you have stations. There's a whole history to the subway maps too. When subways were first invented, and they were trying to figure out how to... Because again, it's underground, just like what I'm doing now. Like we have a bunch of underground tunnels. How do you communicate to people which tunnel is which? And originally they tried like accurate maps, where like it's accurate to scale. And it turned out to be way too complicated that people couldn't understand them. And then eventually a graphic designer invented what we consider to be the modern subway map, which is the lines are not to scale, but they are vaguely in similar places as in real life. And you have colored lines, and you have circles for stations. And there's a whole language of subway maps that everybody understands these days. Or if you don't understand them, you look at a map and it's relatively easy to understand. Like you can find things relatively easily and figure out where you're going.